Hi, this is Debra Sayble-Thornbrugh, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to insert a picture and insert a screenshot or screen clipping into a PowerPoint 2016 slideshow. On my screen I have the beginnings of a slideshow about website design. Off to the right I have a graphic that I inserted from online. This is a Commons graphic, meaning that it's a graphic that's available for use by anyone without you don't have to cite a copyright issue or anything like that. So what I did was I imported or inserted this graphic into the slide, and then I clicked and dragged it off to the right to remove it from the slide. So it can stay here, and if I were to just to let you know, if I were to run the slideshow, you would see the slide without the graphic, which is off slide. So I'm going to escape from that. And so I inserted this graphic, and if I move it onto the slide like that, just clicking and dragging, I can place it wherever I want. Okay. And while it's there, while it is selected, still highlighted rather, or selected, you can tell it's selected because these little circles are around it and the border line is around it. If I click away from it, it is not selected anymore. So I'm going to place my mouse pointer on it and click to select the graphic. If I just single click like I just did, then I would have to, if I wanted to edit the graphic or put special effects on it, I would need to come up here to the top where it says Picture Tools and select Format. And that way I can then use the tools and features to modify this graphic. If the graphic were deselected, if I click away from it, then that special tab goes away. So another way to bring the tab back on is to double click on the graphic, and that instantly brings the Picture Tools formatting ribbon on screen. Now from here there are lots of different things you can do. You can choose different picture styles. You've seen this before in other PowerPoint slideshows where you have framing you can do. You can click the gallery and choose something else, or even pick something that's a little bit unique like that. Okay, I'm going to remove that. You can also come over here for picture effects. You can choose one of the preset picture effects from over here from this menu. It's not going to show too well on a dark background like this too much, but if you want, you can go that route. What I also want to show is something called artistic effects. Artistic effects are a little bit more graphic or artistic in nature, as you say. There's a button over here on the left hand side in the Adjust group, okay, on the Picture Tools Format tab or ribbon. You would go to the left to the Adjust group and select Artistic Effects. And what you have is a gallery to pick from. When you hover over one of these choices, it tells you the name of the choice and what kind of effect it is. Now this one is called Glass. So if I select that, it's going to make my picture look like we're looking at it through a pebbled glass panel. Okay, I'm going to remove that and go back to Artistic Effects and choose something else. There's sort of a pencil sketch or chalk sketch look to it. You can choose different black and white effects. There's a pencil grayscale. Here is a pastel smooth. If I click that, that's the effect that it has. So the artistic effects are a little bit more involved with really with an artist's tools such as chalk, paintbrush, pencil, pen and ink, different visual effects that are really in the artistic realm. So I'll just leave it like that with that effect on it. Another way you can bring in a graphic is to take a screenshot or a screen clipping. In PowerPoint 2016, there's a tool called screen clipping, and for that I'm going to move to another slide, and I'm going to start a screen clipping. To do that, you go up to the Insert tab And in the images group right here, you will find screenshot. When you click that, you can choose the whole screen if you want to take a picture of the whole screen, or just click screen clipping. So I'm going to choose screen clipping, and what that does is it changes your screen to whatever you have on your monitor at the time behind the PowerPoint file, and it makes it look pale, kind of like fades it out, and it gives you this black crosshair, which is now your mouse pointer. And so it sets it up so that you can now instantly click and drag around the section of the screen you want to clip. So let's say that I want to clip these three person images down here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my crosshair down here, and I'm going to click and drag around a selection box around the image I want. Okay, and when I'm happy with it, I'm going to let go of the mouse, and it created the screen clipping and put it on the current slide that is being shown right now. And I can move it around, I can click and drag it, and I can also increase the size. And I can apply special effects to that slide, or rather that image. I can choose artistic effects if I wanted to. For this image though, I don't really think I want to do that. I want to keep it clear, so I'm going to leave it alone. And I'm going to do another screen clipping that has text in it. So I'm going to do Insert, go back up here to the Insert tab, choose Screenshot, choose Screen Clipping, and this time on this image I'm going to click and drag around the title, Infographics Process, place that in here. This time I am going to apply some special effects. First of all, I'm going to increase the size. Now you got to be careful though, if you're going to stretch something out like this, the font isn't going to retain its ratio, okay? It's because it's a photograph, it's not actual font that you typed onto the slide. This is a photograph, so you don't want to stretch it out too much because then it won't be easy to read. So you know, leave it readable, legible. And I'm going to give it a picture border. So I'm going to come up here, let's make it yellow, go back to picture border again and choose the weight, make it really thick so you can see the border line. And if I wanted to give it a special effect, I can double click on this, come up here and give it any of the picture styles that I wanted to, but I think for now I'm going to go into artistic effects and choose something else. Let's say I go this route. It's called plastic wrap. It gives it an interesting look, but it remains legible. And so there's lots of different ways you can bring in and format or modify graphic images. Just remember that when you want to make an image look different, you have to select it and go to the Format ribbon, Picture Tools Format ribbon, or double click on it rather than just single click to bring this ribbon up. And you can create lots of different things. You can also change the color if you wanted to. So there's almost anything you can do to these images. If you have any questions, please let me know and I'll be happy to assist you.